Sharon Slack, and we are talking composting today. Okay, so Sharon, let's pretend I know nothing about backyard composting. I don't really know too much about it. I know when I was a kid, though, my parents did it, and we had a big wooden compost that they built that we used. This doesn't look like the one I grew up with.
This is the one that Vancouver residents buy from the city of Vancouver for $25, and you can put your kitchen waste in, and you can put some of your garden waste in. Chopped up a bit, and then you add some brown or dry stuff. In this case it's straw, but dried leaves works just as well.
Dry leaves from the garden or whatever?
Yeah, if you save it from the fall. And then every week or so you have one of these tools called compost aerator. And you just mix your compost, get lots of air inside.
You just mix it up?
Yeah, just puts air inside and makes all the microorganisms, bacteria, and everything break down the ingredients.
Smells really good.
And then once or twice a year, you should be able to empty this out into your garden. And you reduce approximately 30% of your household waste, which would otherwise go to the landfill.
Now, what are some things that we can, from our kitchen, put in here?
Okay, you can put all your vegetable and fruit trimmings, but you cannot put meat, fish, dairy, or cook things like cooked rice.
Can you put oil in there? No.
No oil.
Nothing like that.
Some of that stuff will not break down very fast and also attracts animals.
What about coffee grinds?
They're fine. A little bit acidic, but sprinkle them around and things like that. You can put crushed eggshells. You can put lint from your vacuum cleaner or your dryer lint catcher thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So, and then it just sits there. And it composts, and then you can empty it out and put it in your garden.
Put it in your garden, or you can sift it and put it on your lawn if you have enough. And it's a really good soil amendment. Yeah, it keeps all that stuff out of the...
And it's only $25 for this thing.
For this thing, yeah. And most municipalities have their own program, but this is the Vancouver one.
And this is a little door that you empty it out at, right?
Yeah, you can empty that, pull that little door up, and if you're like me, you have two composters, so you get twice as much.
Yeah, but I'm taking a look at your garden here, and I can tell why you have two composts. And you have an organic gardener course that you're going to be teaching, right?
Yes, I am. On August 11th, it's a 4-hour workshop, and it's going to be for beginners or any other gardener who wants to learn about organic gardening. And I'll be talking mostly about succession planting because of the time of year, harvesting, planting for fall and winter, and getting a head start on next spring.
So we shouldn't be using our garburator, we should be using our compost, and you can check out their website, which is cityfarmer.org, and there's all kinds of information there, including the phone number for the compost hotline. And what a beautiful garden it is. Maybe I can get you to take us on a little bit of a tour of the garden.
Okay, as you come in the gate, we have a tayberry vine that grows over the gate here. Very nice berries.
I don't know if it's ripe enough. They're not coming off easy. They're probably not ripe enough. Well, that one is.
There you go.
That one's ripe enough. Okay, yeah.
And we have blueberries. We've got 2 blueberry bushes here, 2 young ones behind you. Those were just planted last year.
The first thing that caught my eye, Sharon, was this, and I thought, that can't be a rosemary bush.
It is indeed. It's a rosemary bush, probably 20 years old or more, and it's in full bloom in January and February of the year.
I've never seen anything quite like that. Mine is about this big at home. And, like, Sharon, what are some things, are there things we can be doing in our garden right now to be getting the most out of our garden?
Well, I had peas growing on this trellis until 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've put cucumber plants in here. I had oriental vegetables here, which we finished. I put bush beans in and some cilantro over there. The garlic here is almost ready to harvest, and I can be putting bush beans or some lettuces in there.
So you can, whatever you harvest now, you can plant something else in place of it and still get harvest that before the season's out.
It's still time to put bush beans in, and I've got cabbage and kale in this bed. We've already harvested some, and the kale will stay for a while, but I can put something else in with the kale. And then we have...
What is this thing right here, just before we go any further? What is this?
This is mullein, which is a native plant.
Yeah. You eat it?
No, it's just a native plant, and we've got a really big one behind you there.
Yeah.
These are sweet peppers growing here with lettuces. This is the second planting of lettuce in this bed, and these will soon be harvested and have time to put more lettuce or oriental vegetables in there.
So how many crops of lettuce do you think you could get out of your garden?
This one probably 2 or 3 at least.
Wow.
Yeah. and it's a nice sheltered garden. Then I've got broccoli and winter-keeping beets here, and those are really big beets. They'll get much bigger before we harvest those. And a little gooseberry bush. And winter squash that's just getting going, and I've got Japanese cucumbers here with lettuce growing underneath. That provides shade for at least part of the day. And that's a new crop for us this year. And here we have red celery, which is also a new plant for me this year. But Spring has already tried it and said it's very good, very tasty.
Yeah.
It goes very well.
Very busy garden.
Yeah.
And I guess if somebody has some questions about their garden, they don't know, how do I plant this, or can I do this? They can just call here and get the answer. Check out the website, right?
Or call the Compost hotline. That's our phone line here.
Okay.
And I'm going to be having a organic gardening workshop on August 11th here.
And you can get all kinds of tips there.
That's right. Yeah.
Perfect. The website is cityfarmer.org. You can go to that website, get the hotline phone number, all kinds of information. And when you see us next, I'm Sharon Slack, who is the head gardener here, and we're talking about water-wise gardening. I picked up this little pamphlet right here so people can do that.
Yeah.
Now, what are some ways to be water-wise when we're gardening?
Well, the first one is these water barrels. They're sold by the City of Vancouver, approximately $60. They hold 75 gallons, and you take the downspout from your roof into the top of the barrel, so no chlorine in the water. There's a spigot here for filling your watering can, and at the bottom you can attach a soaker hose or a drip irrigation system to it.
And being in Vancouver, it would probably fill up pretty good.
Oh, fairly well, yeah. And at the winter here in the garden, our water's turned off, so we use these exclusively for any time we need water for cleaning our tools or watering anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk into the garden now, right? And take a little, because mulch has something to do with
mulch is extremely
water-wise
valuable.
gardening.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, come on in.
Okay, we use moisture, and also because we have so many visitors here.
Oh, I see.
I'll show you the grass mulch in a minute, but this is one of our irrigation systems. This is a soaker hose, has a solid hose leading along the edge of the beds, and this is the water just weeps out of here. It should never spray. This way the water drips into the ground and it spreads out under the ground. You can't see it from the top. And it's better for the plants because the plants stay dry so you don't have mildew problems. And the water that goes into the ground stays there. It doesn't evaporate and go somewhere else.
You know, I'll believe everything that Sharon says about gardening because everything looks so great. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the plants like it.
Any other tips for water-wise gardening?
Okay, lawn cuttings we can use for mulching material as well. I've got some more over there that's a little more obvious. Lawn cuttings hold the moisture into the soil, they moderate the soil temperature, and they keep the weeds down. And if you're not leaving your clippings on the lawn, this is a good way to use your lawn clippings instead of sending them to landfill. And as they break down, of course, they provide nutrients to the soil as well.
Excellent. Yeah. Very good tips. And we should mention that I was wondering where all your food went from the garden. You make weekly donations, don't you, to a hospice?
May's Hospice, and I think it's about a 6-bed hospice, and they're very happy to have fresh veggies every week.
No kidding. What a beautiful, beautiful garden.
Yeah.
Okay, the website is cityfarmer.org. All kinds of information on there, including the Compost hotline where you can ask any question you need to about your garden or composting, and they'll have the answers for you. And when you see us again, why don't you turn around and have a look at that little place over there? You know what that is? Oh, it's the toilet. That's where we're going. Didn't use it though. No, I didn't use it. But we are going to teach you all about this amazing compost toilet and how it works when you see us in a little while.